Hello, everyone. It is 2023 and it is the year of refinement. That's what I'm classifying the year of 2023 because let me tell you, there has been so much, not just for me, but for others and perhaps you as well. There's been so much opportunity to grow, so many opportunities to be challenged, and therefore to learn from those challenges and to grow from those challenges within just the past few years. And so, what that means to me as I sit down and I reflect back with intention is that it is time for refinement, right? It is time for really being able to look at and all of those experiences, consolidate some of the most profound pieces of learning that I can take from them so that I can really evolve myself, my life, my vision, my family interactions, my experiences as a business, and so on and so forth. And so I truly, truly, truly wish the same for you, that you be willing to try and embrace refinement in whatever capacity feels good to you, whatever works best for you, but refinement. Because when we refine, it doesn't mean everything is smooth all the time. It means that even though there have been bumps, there have been tumbles, there has been a lot of stuff going in the grinder, so to speak, even though that has been the case, it can all be funneled into and through this force of refinement, where things come out more clearly, maybe more polished, maybe more smooth, better in a way that it is serving you. It is serving you in some way. And so I'm hoping that whatever feels good and helpful to you, you take with you from this conversation today. And whatever doesn't fit for you, throw it out, right? You don't have to take it. Don't try to force it. So with this year of refinement, what I would like to do is just reintroduce myself a bit, share a little bit about who I am, what I focus on, what makes things matter to me, my passions, my purpose here. And I would love to hear from you wherever you are tuning in from, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Insta, wherever you have found me. If you want to go ahead and share either in the comments, or if you want to email me, you can go ahead and do that, because I love, love, love to hear from you all. So I really care about this intersection of mental health, spiritual health, and the way in which they impact and interact with our relationships, be it as a parent or as a partner, as a professional, and our success and satisfaction, both personally and professionally. And so there's a lot of pieces, a lot of complexity in all of those, but that is really my focus. That is where I bring the most to the table, and that is also where I dive in the most deeply with myself and with my clients, because at the center of all of that, at the center of all of those pieces of that intersectionality that I just named with mental health, spiritual health, and its impact and interaction with relationships, success and satisfaction, at the very center of that, at the core of it, is the self, is the you, right? And you are the one that is living your life. You're the one that is experiencing your relationships in the way that you are. And so we want to be able to really explore the intersectionality of all of those pieces so that you can feel better about you, and therefore be able to show up for your life and your relationships, feel more meaningfully successful and satisfied in your life, your relationships, your profession, in a way that works for you. That is going to ripple out, and it's going to affect those that you have in your life, whether it's personally or professionally. And so that is really, truly where my passion lies. I personally am a mom. I am a mom of 4 at the time of this recording, and I am a psychotherapist. I'm licensed in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm also a success mentor who focuses a lot of my deep work on the parents, the professional, the leaders, the entrepreneurs, the ambitious folks that are out there. I'm an author of 2 best-selling books, both of which are available on Amazon, and I can share information about that in the links below. And I am the product of a Black and white couple who were pastors and got divorced when I was younger, and so I'm also the product of a divorced couple and a blended family. Both of them got remarried at various different times in their life. And I spent most of my childhood as the overweight tomboy who just did not really fit into any particular box. Not black enough, not white enough, not girly enough, not blah, 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 blah enough. And I was also the new girl a lot because parents being at different churches meant that we also moved to different places often in their denomination. You don't stay at the same church forever. So I was a new girl a lot, and moved around a lot throughout my childhood. And I wanted to be able to create roots, but I didn't get the opportunity to really do that. And so connections with others and exploring those really matters to me. Now, I'm passionate about being a mom. I'm really, truly passionate about being a mom. And I'm also passionate about my career, being a purpose driven career. So I do what I do because I find purpose and passion in it. I don't do what I do just for the sake of doing it. I run my psychotherapy business as well as my separate coaching business. And I enjoy doing both of those so dearly. And I love working with the folks that I work with. My PhD is in human sexuality. And my clinical career has really, if I boil it all down, has focused on healing trauma and relationships. If I just boil it all down, those would be the two biggest things that my clinical career has focused on. And so that does carry over to the work that I do as a mentor, as an author, as a speaker, because those pieces are so important to me. Healing trauma and healing our relationships helps us to really feel like a better human being and one that can experience life more fully. I am part of an interfaith marriage as well as an interracial marriage, and I have struggled with my own mental health and burnout in the past. You can see that there are many different pieces of me that I bring to the table through my personal experience as well as my professional experience. And part of the reason I share that with you today is to just share that I'm human, right? I'm human. I'm certainly not perfect, but also that I am multifaceted. I'm a multifaceted woman, a multifaceted mom, and so are you. And in order for us to really grow within ourselves and bring more of ourselves to this world, whether it's as a parent or a professional, in order for us to do more and more and more of that, we need to be able to understand the many facets of ourselves and to embrace them and to learn how to manage them in a way that works for us. It's going to look different for each person. For me, I was a single mom at the age of 21, and I walked across that stage to get my undergraduate degree the very next year with my daughter on my hip. And I continued on to further my education and my career while being a single mom for several more years before dating my husband, my now husband, and creating our blended family together, because we then went on to have children together. And so although I am trained and or certified in a variety of different techniques, tools, theoretical models, and such, really powerful methods like brain spotting, I truly don't subscribe to any cookie cutter method. I don't just focus on one way of doing things. It's not how I work. It's not how I view the world. As I said, I'm multifaceted, and so the way I view things is also multifaceted. So in many ways, I'm an eclectic, and sometimes that can sound like a cop-out that I'm an eclectic, but I think it allows me to bring the best of me to the table, and then also to support the person on the other end of the table or on the other sides of the table, to embrace all of the different parts of themselves and bring their parts of themselves to the table as well. It's really important to me that in anything I present to the world, as best I can, that I infuse brain, body, and soul together, and that I share more and more and more about how science, psychology, and spirituality, they aren't contradictory. They actually complement one another. And when we can view it in that way, it can help elevate us internally and outside of ourselves in such a powerful, powerful way. So that is something that I bring to the table in all of the work that I do, whether it's in just these videos that I make or sitting down privately with a client or a course that I'm sharing, whatever the case is. I do my best to try to marry those three pieces together, science, psychology, and soul, so that we can see how we can use the core components of them to uplift ourselves and therefore ripple out into the world and help uplift others. For me, integrity is about practicing what you teach, right? Practicing what you, in practice, you are not just saying things to other people about what they should or shouldn't do or their values or anything, but you also are living by them. And so for me, I try my best to live within integrity each and every day, knowing that I am an infallible human being. I'm not perfect. I'm always learning and I'm always growing, but I do absolutely try to practice what I teach. And what that means for me is that I strive every day to live a life of balance. One that feels good to me, one that allows me to feel like I'm living successfully and in a satisfying way within my relationships, both personally and professionally, because that is what I want for you. You, the person on the other end of this video, you, the person that's at the table with me, you, the person that is reading an article that I write, you, whoever the person is, I want that for you as well. And so when I'm not diving deep into my work, which I love doing, you can find me doing family things, whether it's silly dancing and singing with my kids in the living room, or baking some fresh baked bread at home, or making a nice homemade latte and enjoying the warmth of that, or enjoying chocolate because I love chocolate, or sushi. I get to enjoy all of those pieces of my life outside of the professional world as well. And so I am often creating novel ways to support you, my community, my colleagues, my people. And if there is an idea that you have that comes up as you're tuning in today, I would love to hear from you about what that idea is that you would like me to share with the world, because I am here to use my knowledge and experience and gift it to the world in a way that is beautiful and powerful, practical, that feels good to me and is helpful to you. So you're welcome in this community of leaders, of parents, of public figures, of busy professionals that are out there. And I am beyond grateful to have you here. And if you are refining in your life in any way, in any capacity, be it within your professional realm, within your parenting realm, within your partnering realm, whatever that might be for you, and you want to share that, or you want to celebrate that, or maybe have questions about that, I would love to hear from you. You can go ahead and reach out to me again, either in the comments below, or you can email me. I would absolutely love to connect. All right, so thank you for joining me today. I am hoping that we can stay connected and stay inspired and be able to continue to learn and grow and evolve in this beautiful thing called life. Even with all of the ups and downs and peaks and valleys and challenges that may be offered, we can continue to refine. Take that word with you in 2023. I know I certainly am. And I'm going to continue to take it with me even beyond, because we're always refining, right? It's not like we get refined and then we're done. There's always this chance to refine and refine and refine. And that is something that I'm going to live and breathe into today, tomorrow, and hopefully always. And I wish the same for you. If you want some support along the way, you can go ahead and reach out. Go ahead, click like and subscribe if you are listening in on YouTube. And until next time, have a great day.